Alright, at this point there's not that much to do. Like, I don't want to go any further in case I trigger something. So all I really did was I sold King Henselt's sword, and I found out about a sword beneath a sword in the caverns beneath this city that belonged to an elf from a parallel world, which is like, okay. It's, as far as I can tell, some sort of ghost sword, because it lets me understand the wild hunt.
No reason to delay it.
Follow me then.
And isn't King Radovid the one who the one who married Ada?
Halt! We're here to meet King Radovid.
Have you been granted an official audience?
We have information about the Kingslayers.
Everyone knows the killer is the Witcher from Rivia.
Then everyone is wrong.
Not my concern. I cannot risk placing the King of Redania in harm's way.
We bring Radovid news that will strengthen his position during the talks. Care to risk his wrath? Besides, this camp is swarming with soldiers. We'd have to be stupid or suicidal to attack Radovid.
Pass then, if your news is so important. But one word from the King and you'll hang. Both of you.
Don't you worry.
Good luck with that.
about us.
Can I sneak in? No, damn it. That's a speedrunner tactic right there. Celandine. Every time I hear Celandine, I think of Shani.
Radovid has made terms with Kedwin.
Even less if he's made a pact with Nilfgaard. He and the Emperor could divide the entire north between them.
I take pleasure in seeing Kedwin picked apart.
But they'd start with the country deepest in chaos. So you'd best hope nothing of that sort has happened.
Spoken to the king. He's a stubborn colt.
Oh!
Wouldn't listen.
Did you request an audience with the King?
Yes.
The King will receive you.
Why would you bother asking that? Who would say no?
Geralt of Rivia.
Your Majesty.
As usual, you turn up where and when you're least expected. And in such company. I never thought they'd make a soldier out of you.
Vernon Roach is a friend. He's in uniform, sure, but that's meaningless.
The world has changed greatly since we met those few months ago. Temeria stands at the brink of civil war. Kedwin has taken the Pontar Valley by force, and a Nilfgaardian delegation plays a prominent role at the summit of the Northern Kingdoms. Voltest and Demavend are both dead. Though it seems we were signing treaties just yesterday. Henselt was butchered in Vergen.
Why did you bring the Knights of the Order here, Your Majesty?
The Order of the Flaming Rose is here to ensure that the talks remain peaceful. We wish to avoid a second Thanedd.
What's the delegation from Nilfgaard doing here?
Henselt invited them. Before he died.
Shillard Fitzhestelin would never miss an opportunity like this one. He'll come to the talks and stage his favorite drama.
I've come here for help, Your Majesty.
Wait, Witcher. Were it not for you, Henselt would have perished at the hands of an assassin. Am I right?
Yep.
I killed a would-be assassin. Pure coincidence. I just happened to be there.
Things like that oft seem to happen to you. Do you know how he died?
I wasn't there.
The first lie of the day, and the negotiations have yet to begin. How can I help you if you're not honest with me?
I don't want to rat out Roach.
I killed him. Henselt had Roach's unit murdered. I can't call it anything else. In doing that, he signed his own death sentence. When he was looking for Saskia in Vergen after the battle, I cornered him in a hut and I killed him.
It all sounds very noble, Witcher. But a noble lie is
God
a lie
damn it.
nevertheless. I think I know what happened there. Yet even though at least one of you is a Kingslayer, I can possibly use you both. You said you needed help, Witcher. Tell me more.
If Temeria is in turmoil, then who has arrived to represent it?
Constable Natalis, the hero of Brenner, which is good. His presence is like a slap on Shillard's face delivered by the North.
Who's representing Kedwin?
Only the sorcerer Deathmold and his men are in Lochmuin. But Deathmold represents himself.
Sheila de Tanzerville is behind the murderers that hit Temeria, Eddern, and Kedwin.
How do you know?
I found one of the assassins after Henselt's murder. Before he died, he revealed de Tanzerville's role to me.
Why you in particular?
He knew me from the time I can't remember.
Your past troubles me, Geralt. But I have more pressing matters today.
It all makes sense. Shillard Fitzestelin warned me about a plot. Apparently, Triss Merigold confessed to him that the sorceresses had set up a secret lodge.
Triss is working with Shillard?
She's been detained as a suspect. Shillard believes the sorceresses of Nilfgaard were also part of the conspiracy. Luckily, the entire amphitheater is under a spell that quells any magic. Otherwise, no one would dare go near all those mages. Well, the talks beckon. Everyone wants to see Temeria's bitter end.
What do you mean by that, Your Majesty?
The nobles are rebelling in Vizima. Lacking a ruler, they simply want to divide the kingdom into provinces.
Divide Temeria. Shame on the traitors.
Well, it doesn't have to be.
What about Ada?
Anais, the daughter of Louisa and Foltest, lives still. After Foltest's death, the La Valettes came to prominence. Louisa's uncle, Baron Orville, became one of the most important people in Temeria. He wanted to see Anais on the throne, but Vizima was still in turmoil. They sent her to Lochmuin anyway to declare her queen before the entire north.
Wait, what about her brother?
During the journey, the girl was kidnapped. Arian La Valette asked me to use my connections to find his sister, which I did. My people tell me Anais is here in Lochmuin, in Deathmold's hands. I cannot mount an armed attack.
What about
on
her
the
brother and what
Kidwennies.
about Ada?
It would be tantamount to declaring war, and we have gathered here to maintain peace. A lone witcher and a former soldier. That would be a different matter. Bring me Anais, Geralt, and I'll salvage a united Temeria, and punish those whose hands are stained with the Temerian king's blood.
I heard Arian died in a fire that consumed La Valette Castle.
We all thought so, and we were all wrong.
Oh, so he's
The
alive.
girl is most important, Witcher.
Sweet.
I would look after her. Take her back to Tretogor in Redania, where she would mature under the caring gaze of her half-sister and my wife Ada.
There we go,
When
there's
she's
Ada.
of age, she can claim the throne and thus guarantee Temeria's sovereignty. I must attend these talks, Geralt. Time is short. Bring me the girl, the two of you. Men without country or commander. Renegades that no one seems to have taken into account. I, in turn, promise that Sheila de Tanzerville will pay for her deeds. I shall punish her with fire and steel.
You do that, sir.
An alliance with Redania.
I like
is our
you.
only chance of preserving Temeria's
I like you.
sovereignty.
You weren't too
Still
bad in the
risky.
first game. You're okay
Anais,
now.
She's the key.
I still wonder about Boosie's death. The boy would have had a stronger claim to the throne.
Maybe Anais can tell us something. It's high time we visited our old friend, Death.
Yeah, so her brother did
The
die.
Emperor's men hold Triss. They'll get everything they can out of her, after which she'll be dispensable.
If it's between the sorceress's life and Temeria's future, then I've no choice. I'm sorry. This is no place to talk. Let's wait till we're beyond the gate.
Are you telling me I have to choose between saving Triss and saving the little girl? Because I don't know about you. I don't know about you, but that's not a choice.
Bear, crow, summit. Why?
I don't know about you, but that's not really a choice. Save Triss, who has been of no help, and her only purpose in the entire game is literally been, okay, you had sex at the start of the game, you had sex in chapter 1, therefore you must save her because we've established a connection between the characters. Like, not really. Not really. You established that after being a major bitch in the first game, Geralt still wants to hit that. That's all you've established. There's no quest markers to anything. So I still... There's no reason to pick Triss over, you know, the future of an entire kingdom.
Roach!
They're like, ah, shit, son.
Just the person I'd be looking for were I not forced to seek Anais Lavalette. You have much to explain, Brigida Paperbrook.
Oh no, you'll not pin this on me. I trusted you and you sent me into a den of vipers. Vipers!
Another Vess.
This is no time for pleasantries, Geralt. Calm yourself, Brigida. You were to watch Foltest's children. I saw nothing dangerous in the task. Obviously, I was wrong. But I need your help. Anais has been kidnapped. Boosie is likely dead. I need to know how this happened. I need to know the details.
You knew well what you were getting me into. You know that entire rotting bunch. The Count, the Baron.
Not half as well as you do, my dear. Who were those men?
Not so fast, Roach. I have been hiding in this city for 3 days, scurrying about like a rat. They're hunting me. I'll not let you leave me here.
What do you propose?
Escort me out of the city, to the river.
What will that get you?
I expected I would need to fend for myself. I've secured passage. Take me there, and I will tell you all.
It's a long way.
You've a traitor in your camp, Roach. Perhaps more than one. What happened to Foltest's bastards is no
They're all
series of
dead.
coincidences.
So it doesn't really matter.
Clever, treacherous game.
Damn it all. Geralt, I need to look to Anais, learn how we're to get to her. But Brigida might know what happened to Boosie. Thus far, we've heard nothing but rumors. Take her to the river.
All right, Roach. I'll help you this one last time.
I'll search for a back way into the Kedweni camp.
You're forgetting. I came here for Triss.
I didn't.
Whatever you decide to do later, so be it. But a traitor in the Temerian camp threatens us all. Escort Brigida, learn what you can.
I'd thank you, Roach, if you weren't such a shit.
I'm counting on you, Geralt. Brigida must get to her destination safely.
Good luck, Roach.
I didn't come here to save Triss. I came here to save a bloody kingdom.
We shall leave Loch Muin through the Orders camp. We won't be bothered there. Then we'll descend the mountain path and go onto the river. Who knows what we'll find?
Expecting
I
someone.
remember you.
Does it matter, Witcher?
You did mention the Vipers. The Count and the Baron.
Maravel and Kimbot. Powerful men. Important in the Temerian camp.
Blessed be the eternal fire.
I guess I have them to thank for an interesting chat version I had a while back. Know them well.
Too early to pry, Witcher. I'll not let you pick my brain and abandon me.
She is so paranoid.
Iconoclast.
The main path leads to the right.
That's where they're likely to be waiting.
Roach would say they'd be waiting along both paths.
Roach. You're with me, not him. And I decide for myself. We've agreed to meet someone on the riverbank. We'll go through the wood. calm thus far. Your dear Roach seems to have been wrong.
You two have a history, or do I have it wrong?
He asked a favor of me. I was to stay with Foltest's children, watch them, travel with them if necessary. Child's play, the bastard called it. That's how I wound up in the caravan transporting the children to Loch Muin for the summit.
Yeah, that clearly went sour. Tell me more.
Soon enough. We've just got to make it through the forest. It's a short way to the river beyond that. It should be calm.
Let's go.
It's not far now. Redlin awaits down by the river, at the end of this path.
Is Redlin another of Roach's contacts?
No, a smuggler. I'd be looking for another way out if he were Roach's man.
Stay behind me.
Okay, I could be using the minimap. Because my eyes sort of unfocused. You know, all the grass just blended together for a second.
It's Roach's bitch! Kill them!
Alright.
Temeria for Temerian!
Yep, for Temeria. Or did it say the Temerian? I'm not sure.
Slaughter the freaks!
What bothers me is that the country is called Temeria. The people of the country are called Temerians. That's also basically the Bloodborne people, the Temeru, or the Fumeru. Like it's spelt with a P, but I think it's a silent P, but some people say PH. Some people say Fumeru, some people say Temeru. And our health just regen. Okay.
No time to lose. How much further?
Not far. We must stay on this path. It's the shortest way.
You've gotten into some serious trouble.
I should say so. Temeria is our best. The information I had was a plain torch. Fill the rest of the side.
Now let me loot. Thank you. Oh wow, 298 orans off that. It's a dead end. I got armor schematics. Is this entire way a dead end? It is. Take your time.
Wanna dance, White? Wanna dance, White?
There we are. I'm perfectly fine with the ability to backstab people because of the roll. The absurd roll. There we are. Oh, your smuggler's dead.
This is the smuggler I spoke of.
This was the smuggler you spoke of. Someone's coming.
You'll not sail off, you whore! Kill her!
You talk big. Come on. Come on, boy. Yeah. Well, your plan failed.
Thank you. I'd not have survived on my own.
Talk, woman. You've dragged me far away from the city. You owe me an explanation. Who were those men? Who have you been hiding from?
I don't know.
3 days like a rat, you said. And you don't know?
I knew. I mean, I had my suspicions.
So talk. Who's out to kill you?
I don't know.
There you go again.
Truly, I cannot be sure. At first I thought it was revenge for the children. But he knows I'm no traitor.
It's not Roach. We both know that.
Yes. You're right.
What happened to the convoy carrying Anais and Busi? What about the children?
We were ambushed. The caravan was destroyed.
I need details.
We were traveling along the agreed path, with a limited escort so as not to draw attention. The children were in 2 separate wagons, a safety measure, I was told.
Which one were you in?
I was with Anais. One day a messenger appeared with orders for the caravan's commander, a change of plans. We turned north to travel a longer route for safety's sake. Soon after the turnoff, we were attacked.
So you just ran without even trying to help the kids?
The attackers were killing everyone indiscriminately. One pulled me from the wagon, but a bolt pierced his neck. It was mayhem. I ran for the bushes and hid.
Did you see what happened to the children?
The driver of Busi's wagon was shot. The horses got spooked and ran off into the forest, taking the wagon with them. When the fighting was done, they found Anais still in her wagon. I turned away for fear of what they might do. They nearly grabbed her and fled.
Any idea what happened to the caravan commander's orders?
I have them. After they took Anais, the bastards were in a hurry. They didn't even think to search the corpses. Take them.
Thanks. Sure you can manage that boat?
I must. I'll not return to the city. Thank you again, Witcher. And follow this through. You'll do us all a favor.
Why would I stay in the forest? Like, it's probably loot and stuff, like their armored schematic I found, but I'd rather return. And now take a look at what she gave me. Okay. Now we level up. What you got for us? I like this idea. Group finishers and an adrenaline build up. I like this. I like this idea. Oh, that also has a mutagen. May as well put armor on it. Now to talk to Kimball. I actually have to walk all the way back, don't I? God damn it. You right there, buddy?
Blessed be the eternal fire.
In its radius.
Yeah, about that. By the way, I killed the time traveling leader. I killed Alvin. So do with that what you must. I'm a little disappointed there. I looked up both endings, either the no he's mine or the fine you can have him ending. What it is either you say sure you can have him and then you stab the guy, or you say no he's mine. You fight the king of the wild hunt, and then you stab the guy. Like, the only difference is it's an extra boss fight. It still might come back to haunt me in The Witcher 3 though. We'll see.
I believe
Where's
there's
Kimball?
been a misunderstanding, my lord.
Get out before I call my guards.
And what might I convey?
Nothing.
Baron, sir, you gave your word.
For the last time, out! Tend to this matter.
Baron Ravenin Kimbolt, I presume.
Does that Witcher's code of yours exempt you from court etiquette? Does it grant you the right to speak to the Highborn without being asked to do so?
I guess I don't need
Yes.
to introduce myself.
Oh no. I know who you are. Geralt of Rivia. Foltest's other favorite hound alongside Roach. Not purebred. They say you bring trouble wherever you appear.
They're gonna re-establish the Conclave. Didn't expect so many Temerians to show up for the ceremony.
We're not here for some magic pomp and circumstance. This is about celebrating a new order in the Northern Kingdoms.
Is that so?
Your kind doesn't understand this yet, but your life is about to change. Forever.
My kind.
Wanderers and scoundrels. People, and I use the term loosely, without loyalty or country. People for whom coin is the law and everything's for sale.
To be fair, that's a good way to live.
Happened to Temeria.
Is that a note of nostalgia I hear in your voice? Remembering your service under Foltest, or recalling some romp in the sack with the royal advisor? Whichever it may be.
Both.
Spare me your courtesy. You don't care a lick about my country.
I know what I care about. That's why I asked.
Understand this. I'm talking to you only out of respect for Foltest. Out of remembrance for him.
Haven't seen much evidence of that remembrance, aside from the rewards on my head.
They'd have hanged you if not for the testimony of little Anais.
So the girl finally talked.
Whoever that monk was, to me, he was just like you.
I didn't kill Foltest. That's just one of the things that makes us different.
Really? What else? Honor? Principles?
I'm a witcher. I don't kill humans for coin.
Are you certain it's not just a question of price? Tell me, Geralt. What were you doing at Foltest's side that unfortunate day?
I was doing the right thing. You wouldn't ask that question if I was an ordinary soldier.
But you're not. You're not a soldier. You're not even a Temerian. You're a paid...
Aren't I?
Even if you refuse to acknowledge it. That murky set of principles, values call them. You cast them in the nearest corner when the price is right.
I'm not for sale.
I'm not talking about coin, Witcher. As a freak, you want what you're most often denied. Camaraderie. Respect. Love. It is for those things that you scale walls and murder innocents. That is your price.
I really don't like you.
Killing for your loved ones. Hardly a new concept as I see it.
You did not fight to defend the sorceress Marigold, nor the King Geralt. You fought because you wished to be close to them. They had a higher calling, dog, who leaps at the throat his master indicates.
A higher calling. Beautiful concept. Except I remember the knights who stormed Lavalette Castle. High-born men fighting atop high walls. They were out to kill for fame, fortune, and pure enjoyment. I was also at Vergen, where simple soldiers went into battle clutching false relics to their breast, knowing that death awaited them if they deserted.
They owed it to their king.
If there's one thing I love about being a Witcher, it's that I never have to draw my sword on someone else's command.
I tire of this discussion, Witcher. Get to the point and leave.
I take it you sit on the Council of Regents.
Not for much longer.
Why's that?
The council will
You
become
one-eyed
obsolete.
bastard.
Temeria is a country one rules with a crown on one's head. Or not at all.
A lot of people are out to don that crown.
But few have the right. As Foltest's cousin, the throne should be mine.
Or the royal daughters, Anais Lavalette's.
Dark will be the day when we are ruled by bastards. The nobles have decided to share power.
You said it yourself, Baron. In a crown or not at all.
Temeria will be divided into provinces. A shameful end to the monarchy. A shameful end to the country.
Who was that thug I passed in the doorway?
He's of no concern to you.
We host who we want. True enough. The convoy carrying Anais and Busi was ambushed. Why?
I'd like to know that myself.
I've seen your letter to Horst Lubbock, the one in which you ordered him to abandon the planned route.
Nonsense! I sent no such letter.
The letter bears your seal and signature, Baron.
Where is it?
That's immaterial just now.
If that's the situation. I've said all I have to say. I wrote no such letter.
Words come cheap, Baron. I'm finding it hard to believe you.
I care little for what you believe. If this letter exists, we are dealing with a forgery. Whoever is behind this has crossed a Temerian noble, and will be duly punished. My scribe will test the letter and confirm what I claim.
My claim, my scribe, I'd hardly call that impartial. Maybe I should just deliver the letter to Natalis.
Any accusation will be quickly dismissed. Heed my words, Witcher. It would be unwise of you to jump to any conclusions. Speak with my scribe. There are objective means of
We'll see about
examining
that.
the letter's authenticity. I promise to pay you well for learning the truth.
The truth does taste better when payment's involved.
Now where's your scribe, sir? Because we are going to check this shit out.
Uh-oh.
Water quenches
Drunker than a
lime,
bard.
like
Won't get anything out of
beer
him. Maybe
quenches
there's something about testing letters in his notes.
I got to do it myself. I actually have to do it myself. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Okay, so let's see here. Ask kindly, my good lord, my summons, my cord, my good lord, heed it keenly, my good. Ask kindly, my good lord, my summons, my good lord, heed my nose, kindly, my good lord, heed my summons. Ask kindly, my good lord, my summons, my cord, my good lord, heed it kindly, my good lord. They all say the same thing. Those wishing to conceal the true contents of their missives, almost said massives, from third parties often resort to penning their paper with invisible ink. A message set down in this matter becomes visible only when the document is treated with a substance that reveals the writing. Some use ink as a dye, soaking entire pages in it instead of using it to write. Represent of the letters thus treated can confirm its authenticity by applying the substance that will turn the page a specific colour, officially blue, or usually blue.
Destroying the letter. Maybe there's a formula for the
So,
activator in the scribe's notes.
oh, do I have to use each of the pages to see what colour it is?
I need to make the substance that will bring out the dye and apply it to the letter. I don't have time for this.
Oh, God. Here we go. The pages have been soaked in a substance that will turn blue when treated with the activator. The activator's composition must be kept secret, but I offer it here in encryption form as a reminder. Light, quench, shit, rinse. Thus you will the facts evince. Evidence. To read the truth by lies deformed, guano into piss transform.
Young alchemists, not all that falls out tonight.
Light, quench, shit,
Light,
rinse.
quench, shit, rinse. Thus you will the
Light,
facts evince.
to
read the truth by lies deformed, guano into piss transform. I need to make the substance that will bring out the dye and apply it to the letter.
Well, there's guano, so...
How did it go? Light, quench, shit, rinse. Thus you will the facts evince. To read the truth by lies deformed, guano into piss transform.
Light. What would be light? Like, I know guano. What?
A little burnt lime.
I just... I don't...
A bit of water. How did it go?
Do I add the
Light,
water?
Quench, shit, rinse. Thus you will the facts evince. To read the truth by lies deformed, guano into piss
Light,
transform.
quench, shit, rinse.
Everything's better with a dash of
Guano into piss trans...
Wait for it to dissolve. I need to add burnt lime to the flask, then quench it with water. Add bird guano to that, heat it, then capture the vapors and run them through cold water to obtain the final substance. All right, let's try this on Kimbold's letter. I need to make a little.
Wait, so did that work?
Wait. I need to add burnt lime to the flask.
Cormorants, a string of cormorants.
Did that work?
I need to make the substance that...
Like, it looked a bit bluish, but...
Burnt lime. A bit. How did it go?
It looked bluish, but I don't know if that was legit or not.
Wait for it to dissolve. Smells like piss, but it worked. The sheet's orange, not blue. The letter's fake. Kinbolt had nothing to do with this.
Young alchemists! Not all that falls out an ass is gold.
Whoa!
Yet a corner or
Okay, it worked. I was honestly stumbling in the dark there, but it worked. So, yay.
You were right, Baron. The letter's forged.
Of course I was right. I would never seek to hurt Boosie. Bastard or not, he is still a child. Your payment, Witcher. I want you to look into another matter.
What would it involve?
Count Linus Maravel. You've heard the name?
Young, capable, handsome.
Yeah. Yes, all that and more. And he's ambitious to a fault. Right after the Temerian delegation arrived in Lochween, his people began visiting the Nilfgaardian camp regularly.
Are you suggesting Maravel's a traitor?
We are all entitled to communicate with the ambassador without chagrin and openly, as court and diplomatic protocols allow. Yet the Count's multiple messengers, the letters traveling to and fro, it reminds me more of a complicated courtship.
You're curious to know the content of those letters.
I want you to learn the Count's plans. The man would sell his mother to please the Emperor. Find out what Maravel's messenger is carrying. If treason is involved, you must alert John Natalis. You will be generously rewarded, I assure you.
How do I locate this messenger?
Look for my man Aldridge by the fountain here in the camp. He'll point the mage out to you.
All right, I'll look into it.
My lord, we know where they are.
Alright.
What are your orders?
Rewards are always good, I guess.
Bloody wonderful day. Assemble your men and resolve this once and for all.